Second season in, second in the league. So what do we actually make of Arne Slot? Let me know in the comments below, right? This is his second season. He has a full transfer window, having won the Premier League in his first season. Tactically, favoritism, how he is in press conferences, mannerisms, facing adversity, tactical acumen, popularity. Let's go into what us lot think of Arne Slot. And it's going to be a deep dive because this is a channel substance in abundance.
Damn!
Alrighty, so your boy Sai, fresh off a Sheraton Ocean Grand Resort hotel stay in Miyazaki, Japan, is back with a bang. And let's go tactically, right? So Arne Slot favours a 4-3-3 formation that starts with 4-2-3-1. Now, he won the league in his first season. Some might say he took over a quality squad, inherited an absolute world-class squad with talent in abundance in all positions, battle-hardened veterans at their prime. Alisson Becker, Virgil van Dijk, Mo Salah, for example. He inherited a quality squad. He didn't tinker too much. Jurgen Klopp's system, Jurgen Klopp's Gengen pressing, mentality monsters, won the league in his first season. But that's not an easy feat in itself because only a few managers have done it in history. You're thinking Conte, Mourinho, that kind of caliber class of manager. And then you look at him tactically as well. He is able to change the narrative and flow of the game within the course of the game, especially after half time. First half is containment, see out the opposition's strategy and plan of attack, and then work his magic in halftime team talk and management to get the players to counteract what the opposition are trying to do and win the game or nick the game, especially in the last moments. Now, he had world-class talents as well, with unique traits that he absolutely abused, which is Trent Alexander-Arnold at right back, built a system for him as well. Mo Salah in a right wing position, with hard-working forward and Darwin, Núñez, Luis Diaz, and Diogo Jota are eternal 20 as well. So tactically, in terms of acumen, spot on. He cannot be faulted in the first season. Now, in the second season, right, tactics play second fiddle to the transition and gelling of the new players. Now, this is the first opportunity that he's had to bring in the players of his own design, of his own ilk. You're looking at Alexander Isak, Hugo Ekitike, Jeremy Frimpong, Milos Kerkez, Georgi Mamardashvili, even though he signed last season, loaned out for a year to Valencia. Federico Chiesa came in last season as well. This is a squad in his own design, but he's lost some attacking traits, some unique traits in Trent Alexander-Arnold, the hard-working maverick, in Lucho Diaz from Barrancas up front to Bayern Munich as well, and the unfortunate loss of Diogo Jota and Darwin Núñez to Saudi Arabia as well. So he's had to make up the whole formation, tactics, and tactical fit of the players as he goes along. You might argue, why did we leave it so late in pre-season? You might argue, why did we not bring in Marc Guehi at the start of the season? But for all intended purposes, it looks like Marc Guehi would have been signed, sealed, and delivered, and Richard Hughes would have pulled a blind at 10 out of 10 transfer window for Arne Slot. So transfers, I think Arne Slot is really supreme in transfer dealings because he inherited the squad, brought Federico Chiesa as a backup to Mo Salah in case Mo Salah was injured. Mo Salah wasn't injured, so Federico Chiesa could bide his time building up fitness. Already it proved his worth in this season. We'll come on to Chiesa and favoritism in just a bit. So tactically, Arne Slot, I rate him 9 out of 10. He's shown and proven that he can mix up with the best of them. However, he's definitely not a 10 out of 10 because in the first season, right, as some people might say, he needs to get used to the Premier League. The squad needs to get used to his way of dealing with the opposition, his ways of working, right? But the same can be said of the opposition. They haven't figured out Arne Slot, what Arne Slot's Liverpool is trying to do. So he had the element of surprise to spring on the opposition, and with the undoubted quality within a Jurgen Klopp's inherited Liverpool, then he just added a sprinkling of shiny one magic and we got the job done at the earliest opportunity as well. But there were some moments where we barely squeaked by with the odd goal and a late goal and in adversity, and Diogo Jota slaloming in and out of the Everton defence to put paid to their defensive efforts. But on the whole, you can't say winning the league for any manager is out of luck because it's a 38-game season. It's a long season, but tactically, now that opposition know what Liverpool are trying to do, they've penned in with a low block hits on counter-attacks, especially in peripherals, the widths behind the wingers, in front of the fullbacks. We have been conceding goals left, right, and centre. So tactically, I'm going to go from a 9, drop it down to an 8. First season was a 9, second season is an 8. And as long as the tactics are effective, I don't mind keeping it as an 8, but it's slightly boring going sideways, waiting for opposition to come out in the press as well. Football is about entertainment. I love the end-to-end style of Jurgen Klopp as well. And I want to see Wataru Endo crunching Caicedo time and time again. I want that thrill factor back. So for now, happy to leave it at an 8. Transfers, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say that he is 8 out of 10 with transfers because he works for a transfer committee in Richard Hughes and Michael Edwards as well. And you can't say that any of the players that we bought are gambles on talent. except maybe Giovanni Leone, but he's shown his talent. He was the best young defender classed by scouts in Europe at the time that we bought him, and that fee is extortionate for a teenager because we really trusted him. He's unfortunately out with an ACL injury, but every other player is a proven commodity, having won the title, having been in the best 3 in their position. You're talking Isak, top 3 Premier League striker. You're talking Frimpong and Wirtz. Bayer Leverkusen, serial winners, undefeated in the league under Xabi Alonso as well. Milos Kerkez voted left back of the season in the Premier League. So it's undoubted quality. They need time to gel, and over the course of their career at Liverpool, quality always shines through. The cream of the crop always shines through, and it's a channel of substance and abundance. And we don't look at recent form. We look at overall class of the player into the squad, and it's about tactical fit, getting to gel and bring out the best of their attributes, which comes down to the manager, Arne Slot, as well. So let's talk about man management. How do I think Arne Slot deals with the man management side of things? So he speaks extremely well, right? Trent said Arne Slot's been teaching him things that he never knew before. Curtis Jones said that Arne Slot is the type of manager playing the type of football that he wants to play. Now, McAllister's been slightly out of form, out of key, but he's been essential in the first season. Arne Slot plays with a 6 that isn't a destroyer. He's a lateral mover and roamer who breaks the lines as well. But it's finding the right balance. Finding the right balance is particularly difficult. But no player has gone to Arne Slot thus far and said that Arne Slot has been bad for their career or detriment to their career, or his personality doesn't mesh well with that particular player. Even Wataru Endo knuckled down to earn his place in the last 20-30 minutes of games. And even Federico Chiesa, who Arne Slot, for all intended purposes, isn't favouring at all and barely plays him, even though when he could have made a difference, he has come on, proved his mettle, proved his worth, and contributed to this season thus far. I do hope he comes on more. But there's obvious favouritism by Arne Slot, but you don't hear it from the players, right? You don't hear it from players. It's all of the managers, the would-be managers in the studios, the pundits, right? The armchair fan, that kind of thing. It's trying to create issues where they don't exist. For example, Ekitike or Isak, one of them will fall out with Arne Slot, won't be happy with the minutes, etc. But you need at least 2 strikers, right? We don't have other forwards in that position unless you're counting Jayden Danns and Will Wright, for example. So the narrative that players don't like Arne Slot, don't like playing for Arne Slot is causing trouble or mayhem or conflict within the squad, is non-existent. I've never heard of it from any player or any internal sources or leaks as well. So in terms of man management, he speaks extremely well with clarity, succinct, and honesty, brutal honesty at times, because he even singles out players on the occasion. So in terms of man management, I would give him an 8 as well. But he does seem to have a bit too much Dutch honesty and on occasion criticize or play the blame game on particular players without name dropping them. But he does name drop them on occasion. He called Ekitike stupid for that red card, for example. But I do have to mark him down a few notch, Mr. Shiny Arne Slot, because he does leave Salah on even when Salah is not performing, and we could be using Frimpong or Szoboszlai or anyone on the whips as well. And obviously Quansah got hooked in the first game as well, did him no confidence whatsoever, couldn't get him back in, and now he's shining for Leverkusen even though we got a buyback clause. And I would love to see him utilise Harvey Elliott more. Harvey Elliott's really game intelligent and turn the tide on occasion, especially against PSG, for example. So I would have loved to see him make more of our young talent. So yes, man management, let's give him an 8 for now, because he clearly hasn't gotten a bad side or fallen out with anyone, and he's getting a performance out of the players on occasion, even though the tactics haven't quite meshed for this season. So let's talk about the press conferences and his wording. He's thoroughly entertaining in a press conference. He's even lightened up the dark shadow hearts of people like Roy Keane as well. He seems to be popular amongst all of the pundits for his honesty and brutal transparency, and especially when giving the tactics to beat Man United when he beats Man United. And I hope we beat Man United in the game coming up. I will be live streaming that. Make sure you join me on the Sunday for the live stream. It's early morning for me, 12:30 a.m. kickoff on the Monday, but I will be live streaming it because, man, I miss live streaming, and it's great fun to do a watch along with all of you. And we got to batter Man United. Come on, up the Reds, up the shiny one. This is a channel Substance and Abundance, the cream of the crop, and I give you that tactical treasure without measure. There's no better color commentator or play-by-play making your day commentator than your boy, the Miyazaki Man Sai, Liverpool fan in Japan. So yep, smash a like on this video. Help me get seen. Help me beat the algorithm. Drop a comment below on your thoughts on Arne Slot as well. Are you a fan of him? Now that we've had that opportunity to absorb all the recent losses, 3 on a bounce, right? But 1 in the Champions League, 2 in the Premier League, Crystal Palace and Chelsea, unfortunately. But it's still only 2 losses in the league, 1 point behind Arsenal. And we've been Arsenal already, so we just need to make sure we win that mini round of robin of the top 5-6 teams to be in a good position and make sure we beat the middle class teams as well. But that's the issue with the last season, right? Liverpool were grinding the wins against, let's say, middling opposition. The Crystal Palace you would have expected to win. Against Chelsea you would have expected at least a point out of that. We were beating whereas Arsenal and Man City were falling foul and falling short of Semenyo, of Kudos, of Brian Mbeumo, that kind of player, that kind of caliber of team that were doing them in. And now Arsenal seem to be grinding out the results with rock solid defence. So it does look worrying. But can Arsenal really do it when push comes to shove? Obviously, that Manchester City performance where they both drop points, it'll be interesting to see. And you do fancy a competitive, tight league because it's more fun, more interesting. We have no God-given right to absolutely God-stomp everybody. We win on merit. When we win, we lose, and we win together, and we support the team thoroughly. And do I support Arne Slot? I still do, because I pose this question to you guys. For anyone who doesn't trust Arne Slot or wants Arne Slot out or doesn't fancy this manager anymore, who would you rather get? Who is available, dude? You'd rather get? Don't tell me Glasner, flavour of the month. That doesn't suit Liverpool whatsoever. Ruben Interim Amarant's proven a dud without his beloved system and players for the system. I think he can perform well in the right circumstances, but obviously Man United is a travesty. They are rock bottom on merit, even though they are improving somewhat because they do have good players like Cunha and Mbeumo as well, who would have, been suitable for some top tier teams. Chelsea are very hot and cold. Arsenal defensively solid. Manchester City, for me, flattered to deceive without Erling Haaland and funneling everything through him and him off form. Let's see what they can do. But in the biggest games, let's see Haaland pull it off as well. But he is on fire and he's my fantasy football captain on merit as well. So who would you rather get instead of Arne Slot? Don't throw out random names like Hansi Flick. Zinedine Zidane can't even speak English, right? So forget that kind of line of thought. There's no manager. Jurgen Klopp's more or less retired from management, and he's had a well-deserved break after putting us back on our perch and giving us back our pride. Who would you rather have instead of Arne Slot? Give him a chance to formulate his team. It's the Liverpool way, right? Isak can only get better. Ekitike can only get better. Florian Wirtz, Jurgen Klopp said, have no doubts about him whatsoever because he's a generation, he said, millennial talent as well. Centurion talent of the last 100,000 years, right? Back in the Roman days of Julius Aurelius, Julius Caesar, etc. I don't know. Not that far back, but look, he's class. He's class. He'll come good as well. We do need to decide on the system. We do need to decide on formation. We do need identity. We do need to press and get an effective press. But it's a process. It's in the makings, and I gave you my formations that I thought would be really effective, whether it's a 4-4-2 diamond, right, or a 4-3-2-1 or 4-3-1-2, which is another way of saying 4-4-2 diamond. But yeah, instinctively I trust Arne Slot. He's a Premier League winner. Tactically, he's astute. He's got the good players. He's been backed in the transfer window, backed beyond every other Liverpool manager in the transfer window. It needs time to get back on track, I would say. And after a few wins, you'd forget about it. We're right in the midst of it to compete for all titles again. It's in the midst of a really, really grueling season where everyone's going to have to absolutely hook and crag at those last 5-10 minutes to earn the points, because my goodness, everyone's competitive so far and every team has good players, right? So we really need to come back against Man United. I have faith in Arne Slot. I'm not a fan of him not playing Chiesa or Endo so much. I do think certain players need a rest or need a rotation. I'm especially thinking Mohamed Salah, and on occasion let's partner Gravenberch with Endo to let Gravenberch go further forward as well, because Endo is the most defensively minded of those midfielders. I do think I want to see Ekitike and Isak partner together and see what they can do together, because I have a good feeling that they'll connect fairly nicely if they can work on the patterns of play together. But I still back Mo Salah to have a huge contribution for this season because he's that caliber of play. He's done good things for Egypt. Egypt qualified for the World Cup on the back of Mo Salah's performance as well, right? But yeah, we really, really need the players to carry over the international form and goal scoring merits and efforts and assists from the international duty, although they played weak opposition, to the Premier League. And I can't wait to see it. We have a strong squad overall. We're doing pretty good on the injury front, right, compared to Arsenal, who have a strong squad and can cover for their injuries. But when push comes to shove in the hardest of fixtures, you need that full strength and that character, the strength of character to come out on top. And we have characters. We have senior experienced pros. Georgi Mamardashvili is coming in and he said the only way is to win, to succeed. He quoted Eminem. Not round the outside, round the outside. He quoted the Mum Spaghetti Mile High? I was going to say Mile High Club. 8 Mile. That's a different thing. Make sure you smash a like on this video. A gorgeous, tasty 67.1% of you have subscribed and watched week in, week out. That means 32.9% of you. What you doing, boys and girls? Smash the like, hit subscribe. Let me know your thoughts on Slot in the comments below. Pros and cons. Try to be as fair and balanced as possible. He's a relatively young manager who's tasted Premier League success already. Questionable substitutions, perhaps a lack of defensive solidarity. He went through so much of last season not having losses on the bounce. This season, we've now had 3 losses on the bounce. Feels different, feels bad, man. But you know what? I trust Arne Slot. He embodies Liverpool really, really well. He was so respectful during Diogo Jota's passing away, and he upholds all our values and speaks incredibly well as well. He's trusted by FSG and the like. So, yes, up the shiny one. We've had time now to get over the pessimism. Kenny Dalglish backs Arne Slot. He backs Florian Wirtz. Marco van Basten, for me, one of the top 3 strikers of all time, backs Arne Slot. Rafael van der Vaart, always outspoken, backs Ryan Gravenberch over Jude Bellingham, for example. We've got so much quality in this team. Let's see it all come together. The players probably have the hump now, and now it's time to get over that bump and grind, collate their mind, and smash Man United, boy! Let's do it. I want to say a big thank you to the members who support this channel. I'm going to do a special video for you guys explaining all the roles in football, the registrar, the mezzala, segundo volante, and the history behind that as well. I'll explain all of it in the members video coming this week as well. Thank you for supporting the channel. I'm well rested. I'm back with a bang. So special shout out to Captain Haz, LB, Christian Dennisman, Yusufication, Faisal, Frank Kavanagh, Jamie Rainey, Jeremy, Leonardo 1, Michael Chin, John Treverno for going above and beyond supporting this channel financially. Miyazaki-man, Ichiban, join the Discord. We chat football 24/7. Make sure to send me your Ichiban, it means the best, video clips as well. At the end of the month, I will do the clip, lucky wheel, and choose a winner who will win some Liverpool kits and Japan goodies as well as the members giveaway for Japan exclusive goodies. Until next time, Jane means ciao.